Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Whatever time you're seeing this video, this is HB coming to you with another live video. Um, like and subscribe. Just coming with some content. I'm out today doing a little walk with with Charlie. You guys have met Charlie before. Hey, Charlie. Charlie, say hi. And Biscuit. We do our morning walks. Yep. So my chat today, I just wanted to do a morning walk and talk with you guys. Got up thinking about, last couple of weeks, I've had several people die that I know from different parts, friends, family. You know, they transitioned on. You know, and it's just make you think, what really happens. What happens? We know from the religious perspective, they're like, oh, we're going to Valhalla, we're going to heaven, we're going to wherever they go. They say they go, anyway. And I was just thinking, I'm a scientist, I am a person who thinks about life from a realistic perspective. And I said, oh, well, what if, just what if, because you gotta deal with things with an open mind, and my thoughts are a little different, sometimes, it's HB, it's one of those things that makes HB. So my thought is, and let me know if you hear what I'm saying or if you have any understanding besides the religious thing. Okay, we already know the trumpets will sound and all this other stuff. Some white dude or some dude will float out of the sky and people will come out of the grave, and makes me think about that, like exorcist situation. I don't know, but that's it's okay, because people need to believe in what they believe to live, and people's lives have been saved from their religious beliefs. People have maintained good moral conduct and character because of their religious beliefs. So having different religious beliefs are what it is. It's important. And so we have other theories and other thoughts. For me, I've came to the conclusion that mankind, all of the beginnings of time, I've always wondered on these questions, and I narrowed it down to three main questions that human beings would have had, So let me take you on my little thoughts, right? So thinking about the man sitting around thinking to his friend, maybe they lit fire, and have thoughts and like, whoa, where exactly, the first question I think they would have, picture, early human beings with thought sitting around a fireplace and thinking, hey, where did we come from? It's a beautiful morning, it's a beautiful morning like this. The first question would be, hey, where did we come from? Where did we come from? Really now? I want to know, And the other guy saying, yeah, that really is an interesting question. Something must have made us, something must have made us. And so then who, what? Well, the God concept is born, right? Oh, some energy, some force, something, you know. Charlie, he likes sniffing around. Anyway, so that's that first question, and the possible answer. Something we didn't get here by ourselves. Something created us. So anyway, second question is, now that we're here, what exactly are we supposed to be doing? Yeah, right. Am I supposed to just get up every day and walk dogs and go to work and, have kids and live and die? What are we here doing? What are we really here doing? And so that's the second question. Why are we here? Of course, we've had, those of you that are in religion, I was at one point, I have the theory that, hey, we live for God. We do God's work, which means collecting 10% of people's salary and giving 10% of your salary and doing good deeds in the community, and everybody sharing, which I don't know if that really happens. I'm not going to get into the religious talk. This is just life thought. Okay? So, early man thinking, sitting at a fire, looking up in the sky and seeing the beautiful, majestic glow of nature, Wow, how does this really come about, There's Ra coming up. And so wondering, what happened, man? How did we get here? Who created us and why are we here? Now, the third question to me is, so yeah, we're here. Something created us and we're here. Hold on. So yeah, Biscuit had her legs knotted up on the leash. So, yeah. Where did we come from? And who created, what created us? Us being this whole world, this whole existence, the stars, moons, planets. And the other question is, what are we supposed to do as people, animals, things while we're here? And then the next question is, where do we go? I mean, yeah, we live, we die. Is there a point to this? Where do we go? And so my thoughts now on all of this is, let's go back to science. Here's a teacher in me. Yeah, here's a teacher in me. So you got a theory called the theory of energy. Anybody know it? 1, 2, 3, say it out loud. Okay. The theory of energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed into other states or forms, right? So basically, the energy that's in the car battery and the gasoline that you put in the car gets transferred into heat, into mechanical energy, so you can drive, and then that heat is an atmosphere that, motion of moving, takes you from one place to the other, all that stuff. So another theory is matter. And what's the matter with you? Well, not that matter. Matter. Everything that takes up space and has form, right? Matter. It's all the atoms and particles and molecules that exist in our universe. Matter. Now we have some thoughts about what is even dark matter. Well, dark matter. Yeah. Interesting thoughts. So anyway, I'm not sure what these dogs are smelling over here. They just smell people's yard, everything, and then they get themselves knotted up. Look at Charlie. He loves these bushes. Anyway, so matter. What is matter? What is matter? Everything, right? all the little particles, the air you breathe. Yes, air is matter. It actually is particles. Like oxygen is actually a particle, not just like, oh, it's oxygen, you can't see it. Yeah, not because you can't see it. It is a it is matter because it's an element. Anyway, we so matter cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed into other things. Like, so you chop a tree down, you burn it for fire, you release that energy for the fire, but then you see ash at the end. And so you got the tree, which was a seed, which grew into a plant, which grew into a tree, and you chopped it down and you burned it. And so matter, right, cannot be created or destroyed. So we have energy cannot be created or destroyed. Matter can't be created or destroyed. And there's a law about the law of conservation of momentum and all these different laws that are related, that basically things don't disappear. So the interesting thing is, so if matter cannot be created or destroyed, that means you, which is matter, came from somewhere, okay, and is in something, So it's a very interesting thing. You see, this is getting crazy, right? So check it out. Life, as we know it, is a state of existence, right? State of energy, a state of matter. So if these things cannot be created or destroyed, they're transformed into other states of existence, then life and death. How are we explaining that? How are we explaining life and death based on this type of thinking? How do we do that? How do we do that? And the easiest thing to say is, hey man, when you die, you're gonna go somewhere and you're gonna walk on streets of gold, and diamond and rubies are gonna be the pillars of the walls of heaven. And by the way, in some people's theory, only a certain amount of people are gonna go. Well, where are the other people gonna go? Are you gonna disappear? Oh, you're gonna go to hell. Well, hell is gonna be a very full place, and the billions and billions of people that have been around for ages will be there. Okay, so it kind of ties into the same theory. It can't be created or destroyed. It gets transformed. But why are we thinking about these finite places from a humanistic perspective of this present existence that we're in? So my thought is, maybe, and this could all be just BS, okay? Everything I'm saying is just thoughts. It's just thoughts. So I don't want anybody starting a religion based on my thoughts. But these are just some thoughts that I had. But what if we just transition to another state? I mean, really, does the ashes that after it's burnt know where it came from? Does the heat that got created from the gasoline, or does it really know anything about where it came from? So likewise, the possibility exists, and this is just a theory, a thought, that we might be transitioning to a whole nother realm of thought. So the other part of this now is the consciousness theories, right? So consciousness, you're going to be in a state, you are in a state of consciousness where you're aware of things. You're aware of things without even being there, because you can think about being at the beach right now. Yeah, you can think about being at the beach. I like looking at this site, just walking down this block. It's kind of picturesque view of this block, especially with the leaves changing and stuff. It's like this road that leads beyond the treetops. Yeah, anyway. So, where are we going? You know? So these thoughts kind of been in my mind ever since I walked away from religion, to seek more truth, realizing that it was all just like created from other people's thoughts, to comfort them or to find peace. And, when people say the peace that passes all understanding, it's basically that. It does give you peace to say, well, if I live a good life and if I follow this person or this thing, I'll be okay after I transition. Because I don't know. Basically, we don't know. Nobody has come back. Some people said, oh, I had near death, but you didn't die. You might have near death. But near death and kicking the bucket is two different things, man. Ain't nobody coming back. Because your matter is transitioned, your energy is transitioned. So now we talk about the state of consciousness. Now, is that something separate? And where is that, Some people have the theories about, hey, I think I was in another life and I've had flashbacks from another life, or I feel like I've known this person, but I know I was just. And then you have cultures that identify the newborns as ancestors returning, and there's a lot of thoughts. I'm a scientist, so I kind of go from the scientific thought, relatively speaking. It's always relative. So come on, dogs. As we, just looking at nature and seeing what nature is, just seeing the sun comes up. The Egyptians called it Ra, and so we have a lot of stuff to think about. Why do we believe what we believe about life, and how does life really exist to us and to other, Anyway, these are just thoughts that I had walking my dogs and searching, and understanding it's not that simple, that there's no place in the sky somewhere with no streets of gold, in my perspective anyway, today. But then conscious thought, that's another whole conversation, because your conscious thought can create stuff, and so now, if the next realm that we go to when we transition as matter, energy, forces, consciousness that we transition to, it could be just based on the thoughts that you have. It could just be based on that. Who knows? Who knows? If you think you're going to transition to a wonderland where the streets are paved with gold and, you have 20 virgins. I know that was the weirdest. That's the weirdest one. But I'm not. Look, it's real to people, and it's nothing to sniff at. It's nothing to laugh about, because these things, these conscious thought of life allows people to be happy, to be at peace, because it's interesting, You see the road behind, yeah, interesting, huh? Oop, yeah. And so as we learn better, is it better, because everything is what you think. What do you think? From my perspective, this is all HB thoughts, okay? No knock on any person's religion. I believe that It is a great thing to have. If that's where you hang your truth, it is fine. It's okay, because if it brings you peace in this existence, how you're going to spend your energy, how your matter, your consciousness is going to flow in this realm, then it's all good. you know it's all good for you. And I hate to sound like, oh, this is just all about being individualistic, and these theories or thoughts are based on individual things that people should be careful about and all that. Well, yeah, because the point is, who knows, right? Who knows, you know? So, yeah, there's a lot of thoughts out here. So, I'm back from my walk. That was just some thoughts. Hope you enjoyed the walk experience with me. And, life is wonderful. Today is the best day ever. Enjoy your life the way you can. Be good to people, be good to others. I think now I believe in that equal and opposite reaction and forces of nature, and we'll talk about that at a different time. All right, but we were talking about life. Where do you go? Why are you here? Where did you come from? And just the general thoughts, because I lost a few folks in this realm for the last couple of weeks, and just wanted to share. All right. Okay, like and subscribe to videos. Tell me your thoughts. Okay, I'm sure people have thoughts on this. This is a touchy topic, but remember, free will. It's just thoughts. All right. So be cool if you got an opinion that are very different than mine. Just understand that I'm not bashing any religions or any thoughts. Just thinking out loud. All right, and sharing. Start the conversation, all right? Be open-minded, though. Be open-minded, because who really knows? Who knows? All right? Keep that in mind. Love you always. This is HB, sharing with you, encouraging you to live your best life every day. Peace.